Back in the box, kids. Lots to get to here on the program today. Tuesday, good to have you on board. JD here, your 6'3" ATM of Informacion. We always do appreciate when you carve out some of your time to spend it with us here on the program, where intellectual anarchy, that's the key, anarchy is the key, is encouraged and rewarded for now. Marcelo working at Dow's, Brad producing the show, emails at the website, jerrydoyle.com, and a poll question up there for you today, as with most days. Not every day, most days. Bush 43's administration got over 1,300 corporate fraud convictions. Clinton administration prosecuted over 1,800 and sent over 1,000 corporate fraudsters to jail. Question is, how many has the Wall Street demonizing Obama administration brought charges against? You have a range of options there, 900 plus, 750 plus, 500 plus, 200 plus, or zero. 0, 0, and 0 for the 900, 750, and 500 options. 18% say, well, they probably brought charges at least 200, right? Wrong. 82% getting it right, just like Coke. 0. 0 is the answer. You can still play along there, or you can give us a call here to pipe in on it at 800-876-4123 on the program, where we like our flying a little turbulent, our women a little crazy, and our politics a little messy. I look at this cronyism that's taking place. I look at the injustice of justice. I look at the overlooking of major crimes by this administration, but yet the prosecution of companies like Gibson Guitar, because supposedly they brought in some materials from Madagascar and they're going to pay a $300,000 fine for a guitar. We should be singing the blues over this, folks, because what we're seeing right now, you got to look at it this way. You don't have to look at it this way. I suggest you might want to look at it this way. What is Obama other than a useful idiot and a distraction and a puppet? Now, when you take a look at what it is in the relationship that exists between the president and Ben Bernanke, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Ben Bernanke said, look, I'm going to give you low interest rates. You can go do whatever you want to do with it with regard to your socialization of America. I'm going to keep interest rates low and print trillions of dollars to bail out my banker gangster buddies on Wall Street. So there's kind of a little deal that's been made. Obama gets to do his social manipulation, his attempts to give us that radical 60s collectivist redistributionist ideology. And Ben Bernanke says, you're busy over there, I'm busy over here with my priorities. Obama's priorities are overwhelm the system, bring it to its knees, decry capitalism, and then, look what we have. We have big government, big social government as the solution. But how did we get Obama? How did that guy get to be president? Because he really is dumber than a box of rocks. He's not stupid, but he's dumber than a box of rocks when it comes to the intricacies of what this game of government is really all about. They were looking around and they said, this is how bad it's really going to get. We have so much corruption, so much cronyism, so much collusion, so much political patronage, and so many paybacks and promises that we've made to the insiders that we have to keep. We've buried so many bodies and we have to keep those bodies down. We can't let them float to the surface, that we have to keep recycling the same garbage barges of Treasury and Justice and the administration. We have to keep them going. So we need to keep the American people distracted, and God knows we have distractions out there galore, whether it's Bill Donahue at the Catholic League, astonished that Mitt Romney won't get into the Chick-fil-A controversy, and even suggesting that social conservatives should stay home come Election Day because Mitt Romney chooses not to engage in the Chick-fil-A nonsense. Or whether it's Obama's attempt to bring us all things fair, all things just, in this redistributionist, tax the rich, demonization, fairness nonsense that he's all about. Did you think they would have been able to slip any of this stuff by, or most of this stuff by, Hillary Clinton? I would have to suggest to you that Hillary Clinton would have been a way better president than not only Barack Obama, but John McCain. John McCain is just another tired old fool. He's Johnny McAmnesty. He's legislating and he's speechifying as he wants the history books to remember him, as the kind, insightful, yet strong man, so that history will look back on him kindly. I don't know if people in the conservative movement would, because he's all over the map. He's got more legislation with people on the other side of the aisle than he does with people on his own side of the aisle. And probably doing more deals with people on the other side of the border than he's doing deals for people on this side of the border. But Hillary Clinton, I mean, think about this. The Clinton administration, when you think of somebody who's kind of slick or corrupt or would be the ultimate insider, you would have to think of Bill Clinton. But Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky, think about it this way. Most people lie to get out of trouble. Bill Clinton lied to get into trouble. He wanted people to focus on Monica Lewinsky so that you weren't focusing on all the other things that could have truly got him into trouble on. But when you look at Hillary Clinton, with Hillary Gate and all the other travel gate nonsense that she was involved in, I think to a certain degree, Hillary Clinton would have said no. No. And for a couple of reasons. One, because the Clintons weren't rich yet. They didn't have the $100 million plus that they do now back then. When they left the White House, someone had a cosign on their home loan in Chappaqua, New York. So they were still kind of married to ideology, but not destructive capitalism, which is what we've got a large part of today. But along comes Obama. Now, here's a useful idiot. Here's a guy that can distract the American people to look at how it is we're going to look at America going forward. What country is he patriotic to? What does he stand up and support? Who are his mentors? What can we rely on him to do? We can rely on him to unleash the coil spring of 4 decades of radical 60s collectivist ideology, because he'll be busy doing that. And while he's busy doing that, we can do all the other things that we need to do, that we've known to be having been done, and things that should have been done that should have been addressed a long time ago. He's a distraction. He's a puppet. He's a useful idiot. Now, how did that guy beat the Clinton machine? How did that guy get to become the Democrat nominee? How did that guy get to become the president of the United States? For as much as everybody would just dismiss Obama, and I don't, because he's very smooth, he's very charismatic, he presents himself well as a father and a husband and a family man. He seems to be able to engage the public when he gets out among them, rolls up his sleeves, plays some basketball, eats some fast food, shows up at events, and he seems to have a very approachable personality that people generally, for the most part, seem to warm up to. But that aside, what has he done? Nothing. So how did he get to be the president of the United States? Anybody have any answers for that one? How did he do it? How did he unseat the Clinton machine? How did he, the new guy, upend what it was the Clintons had been working their whole lives for? 4 decades that they had committed, whether it's starting off as a volunteer, working on campaigns, getting hired on campaigns, campaigning, running for Congress, running for the governorship, running for the president. How did that Obama do it? Is it possible? Is it just possible that this system is so corrupt from the top to the bottom that the insiders have gotten so many of their hooks into every nook and cranny of America with political patronage, favoritism, and cronyism, through all branches of government, through all levels of local, federal, state government, that they had to make sure that that guy got in? And is it just possible that while we think we had the choice of Barack Obama or John McCain, that in fact the insiders had made the choice for us long before we thought we had the choice about who we were going to vote for? And in fact, the choice that was made to have Barack Obama become the president of the United States, to run against the unelectable John McCain, to guarantee the victory for Obama, was exactly what the system needed. It's exactly what the system had to have. It's exactly what the system wanted, because the system is so corrupt, they couldn't afford to have someone even as dishonest as the slightly honest Hillary Clinton would expose if she got in there as the president of the United States.
The Jerry Doyle Show.
When you look at how now corruption has gotten to our Justice Department, there has been zero criminal prosecutions on Wall Street since the financial crisis of 2008. Zero. George Bush, 1,300 convictions, corporate fraud. Bill Clinton, 1,000 criminal convictions, corporate fraud, with jail time. Obama administration, zero. Funny how the numbers seem to work out today for Wall Street. Something to think about. Stick with me.
This is the Jerry Doyle Show.